Welcome back to Guess What Day It Is. On today's episode, we're going to check out an Akai receiver that is pretty much destroyed. We're going to check out a house brand receiver that rivals the quality of some of the big names of the 70s like Pioneer and Sansui and Marantz. And then we're going to check out a classic computer from the early 80s, a TI-99 with some pretty nice ROM cartridges to go with it. So let's check it out. So I've got a receiver on the bench. It is an Akai AA-R32. Don't know much about it. What I do know is it is the most fragile receiver I've ever seen. So just in transport, we've broken quite a few things off. There's a little piece that goes here. There's a crack right there. We broke off one of the tape buttons. All of it appears to be fixable. So we're going to give her a try and see what we can do. Just looking at this, it looks like there's some more stuff that might be missing for that. I don't know. We'll check it out. We'll see what we can do. Before I go through any trouble trying to fix it cosmetically, we're going to see if it works electrically. So we're going to plug it into the dim bulb tester. So power it on. Dim bulb went out, so there's no short. It is not doing anything. Nothing at all. Okay, well, thought I heard a relay. Let's flip it off again. There is a relay clicking. Interesting. Well, let's pop off the cover and see what's inside. So we had some funny stuff going on with this. So, as I was poking around a little bit with the speakers connected with the dim bulb tester on the side here, I hit the speaker A button and it started flashing. So it was shorting repeatedly. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. The first thing I noticed is this capacitor is loose and they appear to be bulging. So this one is firmly attached. I do not know if I should go too much farther with this. I've got it off. The switch is off from the dim bulb tester, so there's no power going to it. But just with the amount of damage to the front in that, if that, I might pull the bottom off. But once again, there's a lot of work that needs to be done with this. Anyway, just to make it look appealing with all the broken stuff. So we're gonna put this one aside and come back to it possibly. I'm gonna mark down the size of these capacitors and maybe on the next component order, I'll order some capacitors for it and see what happens. It's definitely interesting. I don't see anything else visibly misplaced or out of range or anything like that, so that's a good thing. So you just never know with these things. So like I said, we're going to put this one aside and move on. So here we have a Concept 5.5 receiver. This has got to be the heaviest receiver I've lifted onto this bench yet. This thing is massive. It has a real rosewood, well, no, it's a vinyl veneer. Nice wood case. It's it's got a lot of smoke and all that on it. Typical for the 70s. It looks like it is built very well. A lot of tactileness in the switches. You hear that with the volume knob. Just a beefy thing here. So we will give her a try. See what we got. Got it hooked up to the dim bulb tester. Trying to see how we turn it on. Power. Okay. Let's see. We got power. Right now we're on tape 1. Let's go over to tuner. Flip my speaker. We are tuning. No sound yet. We're getting somewhere. Well, that turner is dirty.
Broadcaster of the game, you may just get called up to the big leagues. 7-3, the Royals win it. 10 straight wins in these series finales.
Got both channels.
Tonight, avoiding the sweep and getting back to within a game of 500. You'll hear from the winning manager, Matt Quattrero, when we continue in a moment on the Royals.
So it looks like we have functionality. Let's see what the FM meeting does. So my antenna is pretty lackluster, so there's a good chance we're not going to get a whole lot of FM tuning in here. I need to work on that. That's something I need to add to my test bench. So I'll take off. So far, so good. All right, so let's do this. Let's go to tape 1. Get some music going here. It's working. My phone's not. Ooh.
Tangled nest of knots like a fest, but the intent was there, I swear he's
Well, I think that's going to be something we can work with. So I'm going to pull this apart. I'm going to go through and clean the pots and everything, get it checked out, get it nice and cleaned up, and probably not going to do a whole lot when it comes to refurbishing on this. I don't know exactly what the value is. I'll do a little research on that, but I'm gonna let it go as it is if it continues. Usually with these guys, I'm gonna try to run them for 24 hours and see how they do as kind of a fail-safe. So we'll see what we got. So pretty happy with that. So 1 for 1, 1 bad one, 1 good one. So here's a peek inside. This thing is built. This thing has 55 watts. The layout is very organized. Big old capacitors, big old heat sinks. Very well laid out. As far as serviceability, getting into the pots, you can't see it. There's not enough light. You can kind of see it. Nothing has to be removed. There's enough access to the pots, just the way it sits, that it makes it pretty easy to get everything cleaned up. Obviously the inside's dirty, but just to look on the inside, this is made in Japan. This is from, it's basically a house brand from a company called Pacific Stereo. Regional, this is the Midwest. This is the only one I've seen, but it is absolutely fantastic. You see, we got 3 speaker setups, A, B, and C. Pre-in and out, so you can run a graphic equalizer if you wanted to. But just built very well. So I'm impressed. So what a gem. If I didn't love my Pioneer as much as I do, this might be powering my system. But I can't keep them. Gotta let them go. So let's get it cleaned up. All I can say is wow. I am blown away by this thing. It sounds fabulous. Turned out great. Cleaned up very nicely. Does have a vinyl overlay over wood. It's actually a well-built cabinet. There's one blemish over here on the side. It's right on the corner. There you have it. Just think, I was really close to just leaving this. But this might be one of the best receivers we've had on the bench so far. So we got a very nice Texas Instrument TI-99 4A. This is a newer model. I will look to see if there's a date on it at some point here. But it is not the classic silver and black that we're used to. It is in fairly good condition. As you can see, the emblem fell off. I think it's kind of wavy. I think I can get that a little more straight. Overall condition is pretty good. We've got a power supply that is just a humming. I don't know if you can hear it. We've got quite the 60 cycle hum going here. Sounds like a razor, like a hair clipper. We've got the original RF modulator. It's kind of unique. It's got kind of like an S-video plug, but not really S-video that plugs into that. So unlike an Atari or an Atari computer of the age or a VIC-20 or something like that, it takes this special RF modulator to connect. So a little bit about the TI-99. When it first came out, the retail price was a whopping $1,150. That's equivalent to probably about $5,000 in today's money. so not a cheap unit. By the time the VIC-20 rolled around, there was quite a lot of competition from a price standpoint. So I think they were selling for about $100 by that time. But I think from what I read, they were losing money, like to the tune of $300 per unit. But they were trying to compete with price, and that doesn't work for very long. So yeah, that's a little bit of the backstory. This particular unit comes with 4 ROM cartridges. So I've got it hooked up. Let's fire it up and see if it makes any pictures. Okay, let's fire it up, see what happens. Oh, looky there. Got a lot of static. So this is my little RF to HDMI converter. Some of this could be because of the power supply that is messed up, or it could just be my compromise of connections here. So let's see here. Oh boy. Backspace. Oh boy. Function. Oh boy. I really don't know if this is going to work, but we will try it. I really don't know how nice a newer keyboard is. I'm sure I typed something wrong, but we do have some stuff. So I am so not familiar with BASIC anymore. I don't even know how to exit. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Okay, so let's try the ROM cartridges that came with it. I do have a Atari joystick ready to go here. Look at that. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but it is functioning. Oop, I guess I died. Okay, that cartridge works. Let's see what else we got here. Early learning fun. Pop that in there. $1978. Wow. Here are your choices. Let's do shapes. Make a match. You will see some shapes. Which shape is the same as the one on the right? Is it shape 1, 2, 3, or 4? Press enter to start. That would be 4. Yay! Let's try it again. Pretty basic stuff. We've got color. I mean, 1978. I mean, this is early stuff. So obviously, it's pretty lame for 2025. But I don't know if it's worth $5,000 in our money, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's try what else we got here. Got 2 more cartridges to go. Munchman. I have a feeling this is going to be a Pac-Man copy. Let's see if it's a good port. Oh yeah. Ready. Well, we're not moving. So we may have some kind of problem, or it's my joystick, or one of the two. Or can I play with the keyboard? I can. Look at that. Let's play with the keyboard. Let's try that again. This is going to be challenging. Ha! It might not be optimized for joysticks, but you know what? It's kind of interesting. We're, instead of cutting out, you know, eating little pucks, it looks like we have to cover everything in a track. So that's kind of interesting. And eat a little TI thing to get the ghosts, which is interesting. This is really hard. It is a pretty good looking game though. So, okay, moving on. We have a no-name cartridge. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see what it is. TI Invaders. Ooh. So we can choose between merely aggressive or downright nasty. Let's start easy. Once again, looks like, how do I shoot? How do we shoot? Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. Oops. Okay. Everything on that side looks like it's working. So we're going to try one more thing. I'm going to fire it up. We're going to go into basic. We're going to touch each key just to verify that it's working. That's my fault on that one. Bad line number. Shift works. Cap lock works. Space works. Function does work. So everything is functional. Yeah, so there you have it. We'll clean it up, get it on the booth, and see what we can get. So that's going to do it for this episode of Guess What Day It Is. I think that Akai is going straight in the trash, or we're going to recycle it, one of the two. I don't think it's worth putting any more time or effort into it, and who knows what else is broken on that thing. But I was very, very surprised by the quality and the build on that concept. I almost didn't bring that home to put it in the booth, so I'm super happy that I did. That's going to be a fantastic receiver for somebody. And who doesn't love a good old-fashioned 8-bit computer system, complete with the ROM games? So I actually like the Pac-Man port, even though it's kind of weird and backwards. So once again, thank you for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe. And don't forget, we have videos that come out every Friday like this one. We have videos that come out every Wednesday which highlight our antique booth, gives you behind the scenes on the business side of it, where this is more of a technical side of the business. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time on Guess What Day It Is.